1. The unexamined life is not worth living. 2. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. 3. To find yourself, think for yourself. 4. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. 5. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. 6. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. 7. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. 8. Be as you wish to seem. 9. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. 10. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. 11. An honest man is always a child. 12. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. 13. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. 14. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. 15. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. 16. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. 17. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. 18. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. 19. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. 20. A life without examination is not worth living. 21. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. 22. Beauty is a short-lived tyranny. 23. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. 24. The greatest blessing granted to mankind comes by way of madness, which is a divine gift. 25. Let him that would move the world first move himself. 26. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. 27. Regard your good name as the richest jewel you can possibly be possessed of. 28. Not life, but good life, is to be chiefly valued. 29. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. 30. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. 31. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. 32. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. 33. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. 34. Wisdom begins in wonder. 35. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our ways, I to die, and you to live. Which is better, God only knows. 36. As for me, all I know is that I know nothing. 37. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. 38. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. 39. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. 40. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. 41. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. 42. One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. 43. Bad men live that they may eat and drink, whereas good men eat and drink that they may live. 44. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. 45. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. 46. No man undertakes a trade he has not learned, even the meanest, yet everyone thinks himself sufficiently qualified for the hardest of all trades, that of government. 47. The invitation to live an examined life ultimately is an invitation to a great adventure. 48. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. 49. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. 50. Nothing is to be preferred before justice. 51. Real wealth is not about having a lot of money, it's about having a lot of options. 52. The greatest way to live is with integrity from the moment you wake up until the moment you fall asleep. 53. I know nothing except the fact of my ignorance. 54. He who wishes to move the world must first move himself. 55. Understanding a question is half an answer. 56. The only true wisdom lies in knowing that you know nothing at all. 57. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. 58. Rest satisfied with doing well and leave others to talk of you as they please. 59. Focus on the effort, not the outcome. 60. There is but one good, namely knowledge, and but one evil, namely ignorance. 61. Ideals are like stars. You will not succeed in touching them with your hands, but you choose them as your guides. 62. Not life, but a good life, is to be chiefly valued. 63. Ordinary riches can be stolen, real riches cannot. In your soul are infinitely precious things that cannot be taken from you. 64. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. 65. Freedom is the possibility of a slow and painless death. 66. Virtue is knowledge, and knowledge is virtue. 67. There is nothing permanent except change. 68. I know one thing, that I know nothing. 69. It is not the body, but the soul, that we should take pains to improve. 70. The philosopher who fears death will never risk his life for the sake of truth. 71. Do not do to others that which would anger you if others did it to you. 72. Sometimes it is necessary to accept small imperfections in order to keep peace. 73. Nothing beats experience except perhaps thoughtful reflection. 74. Wisest is she who knows she does not know. 75. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. 76. The end of life should be to live in agreement with nature. 77. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. 78. Just as the bee gets honey from the choicest flowers, so a good man learns wisdom from his enemy. 79. It is not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. 80. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll be happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become philosophical. 81. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. 82. Speak so that I may see you. 83. There is no such thing as a stupid question, only a lack of curiosity. 84. One who has good sense knows that they do not have all the answers. 85. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. 86. It is not living that is important, but living rightly. 87. Silence is the great teacher, and to learn its lessons, you must pay attention to it. 88. There is only one good knowledge and one evil ignorance. 89. The unexamined life is not worth living for a human being. 90. Every action has its pleasures and its price. 91. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. 92. To move the world, we must first move ourselves. 93. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. 94. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. 95. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion. 96. The unexamined life is not worth living, but the life too closely examined may not be lived at all. 97. Wisdom is the highest form of freedom. 98. The way to a friend's house is never long. 99. Let him who would move the world first move himself. 100. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing.